I thought you was a motherfucker at a baby oil show, nigga. And I was all glistening and shit.
Rick the whole thing. But
I ain't long to say.
Tonight, you never know. Y'all keep playing with me and I'll go right to you.
This one is beyond crazy. Raja Jackson, the son of storied, famous MMA fighter, UFC fighter Quentin Rampage Jackson, currently going viral for brutally assaulting a man in the ring. Raja is an MMA fighter. The man in the ring is a pro wrestler, right? Not a real wrestler, like not a Greco-Roman wrestler, but a pro wrestler, right? Now, the interesting component about this entire thing is that not only was the incident itself, the assault itself, being recorded, and we have that footage, but then also the pre-incident, what led up to all of this is recorded, and then also the thoughts after, and then also the thoughts from Quentin Rampage Jackson, because his father was live streaming at the time of this entire event taking place. Now, what we got to break down right here is not only a son living in the shadow of a successful father, but then also the relationship between a father and a son. And if that father decides to make that relationship more of a friendship, and then also the negative consequences of live streaming or being rage baited, emotionally rage baited by your audience, and what that can push you to do. Making no excuses for this young man, but I love breaking down the psychological components and aspects of cases like this so that we can all learn from. Inevitably, you should never choose to emotionally react within a situation as opposed to logically respond. If you've been living under a rock, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Let's go over the complete footage right now. Without further ado,
this is Raja Jackson, son of legendary fighter Quentin Rampage Jackson, and if you haven't seen the video yet, he got into some pretty bad shit last night. So to give some backstory to this whole thing, Raja was invited by his friend AJ Mana, someone who's wrestling on the card that night for Knox Wrestling. Raja even states later that he does not care about wrestling, that he's only here to support his friend AJ.
Yeah, AJ's Mana's on the fight card. That's the only reason why I'm here.
AJ takes Raja to the back to meet the wrestlers that he's familiar with, the ones that he actually knows.
As Presidente, I fucking hate you. I hate this dude. Worse.
And that's when Psycho Stu decides to come up behind Raja, stick his belly out, hands at the hips to get some camera time. Raja, unfazed, not caring, just decides to keep talking to the dudes until Psycho Stu decides to take matters into his own hands.
Where's the real McKill at? Where's he at?
You don't need to worry about him. You need to be worried about Psycho Stu.
Psycho Stu?
He's a little drunk.
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Look, takes a bottle.
Hey, I think that's
or can. It's an empty can.
This is where things start to go south. Unfortunately, the dude was probably pretty drunk already, didn't know what was going on, and saw the camera and Raja and thought that this was some sort of skit or that Raja was another pro wrestler recording something for the promotion.
She thought it was a
work. The worst
work.
part about it being that this guy took one of these prop cans to Raja's head, not knowing that Raja was already recovering from a concussion that he got in light sparring from a spinning kick just a couple days ago.
No, I didn't go with my pops. How does my head feel? I'm still f***ed up. I'm not even gonna lie. It's part of the reason why I didn't stream earlier. I was supposed to stream going to fucking paintballing with AJ, but my head was f***ed up. I was throwing up and shit. My dad is. Yeah, I'm f***ed up right now, guys.
And he's still streaming.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I know I need a fucking rest, but yeah, so I'm gonna take a break from it for a while, but you know, my coach, my lifting coach and shit, one of my teammates, Andre, who was on the stream the last time, is having a pro wrestling show, and I told him I will come and support, and then I wanted to bring you guys with me. You know what I'm saying? Get an MRI. I'm gonna go definitely get checked out on Monday though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was throwing up and shit.
It's a little bit too late for that.
My head
now.
still feels like funny. I'm not even gonna cap.
Now,
can then hear
if this gets put in front of a judge, I think absolutely the idea that he just had a concussion should be put in there, right? You get a head injury, you're not thinking the same. Your cognitive ability may decline, your reasoning, your logic skills. Do I think that it had a degree or a component to play into his inevitable result, like what's about to happen? I do think so. To what degree or percentage, though? I don't know, because there's so many other different factors that we're getting ready to go over. Now, one of the major factors is the relationship between him and his father, all right? He's in MMA, so obviously he looks up to his father, but he doesn't want help from his father.
Shout out to your son, Rampage Jr.
He won't take no advice from me. I guess he want to do it his own way, so I put his ass out. Said, all right, you want to take no advice from me? Fighting and anything, get your ass out. Go do it yourself. Because when I started MMA, I left my hometown. I left my job. I left my car. I left my family. I was broke as hell. I moved to California with nothing. It took me 6 months to even find a job, and I was hungry. But he's driving Mercedes, got everything paid for him. You know what I'm saying? He don't got to buy his own food or nothing. Just wasn't hungry. He was just too entitled. So I said, you know, you won't even get your weight down. He begged to go pro. His first pro fight, he shit the bed. Wouldn't even get his weight down. He had to end up having to lose 30 pounds 20 days out. He a vegan. He just don't want to listen. So he's on his own. I wish him the best. Much success to him. But anybody that wants my help, needs my help, but won't listen to me, I can't be no part of it.
Listen, there's no doubt in my mind that Quentin loves his son. He loves him to death, and he's been raised so hard, and he's done so much hard shit throughout his life. You know, he pictures it as tough love, but I can guarantee you that his son resents the fantastic lifestyle that he didn't have to. Like, his son wants to suffer. His son wants to get it up out the mud. His son wants to be respected, you know, with his own damn father hitting him like that within the ring and his son like laughing at it. And I know, like, within their stream, they go back and forth, but you got to understand, like, especially when your back is up against the wall and in the heat of the moment, something like this happens to not get the support of your father, at least initially. And we're getting ready to go over that in a quick second. It can only damage the psyche.
Here, Stu asks Roger if he's going to sell it when he has to get reminded by his fellow wrestlers that he is not one of them and is not one of the workers.
He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it? Dude, he's not a fucking
Bro, he's
worker,
asking if he's going to sell it.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit.
That's pro wrestler
No,
talk.
I will fuck him
We're
up,
good.
bro.
I know you will.
No.
We're good.
I will
Sorry
fuck
about
him
that.
up, bro.
I know you will.
I don't play that shit.
Sorry about that.
After telling Roger that he didn't know who he was, Stu then gets reprimanded by AJ. AJ gets pretty upset and lets him know that he's just a worker and that he needs to not be on all the time.
You good. Apologize for that, man. Fix that. You hear me?
Yeah.
Gracie. So what are you going? Good, dude.
Nah, fuck that, dude.
He's upset, and rightfully so.
Then the Samoan Unk tells us that Stu does this all the time and constantly mistakes stuff for being a part of the storyline.
Sorry about that, dude.
So, and he's a little bit drunk, you could tell, but you could see the sorrow in his face, and he reaches over to try to shake his hand here in a second. But there's actually an underlying reason why this guy takes this job so seriously and why he mistakes shit. Let's roll the clip.
Pro in 2009. I had just got out of the military, probably about 6 months earlier. I got out of the military, I joined Knox Pro, because I needed something to focus on. I needed something to help me adjust back into civilian life. A lot of veterans, it's hard for them to readjust into civilian life coming from the life of the military. I'm an American soldier that suffers from PTSD. Being in front of a crowd, it doesn't give me as much anxiety and aggression as I thought it would.
So pro wrestling is out to escape his current reality.
He always think that we're working over here like it's part of the fucking storyline.
Just hit me. What kind of homo thug shit?
Rampage. That's how we
No, bro.
Go ahead, Stu. This is all.
After getting rejected twice, Stu realizes that Roger was having no parts of his apology until somebody suggests that Roger can interrupt his match and give him his receipt then.
This is important.
Then Roger accepts the apology.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were
He's apologizing.
I get it.
We're working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your mat, Juice. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you know
what I'm
He
saying?
says he gets
we're
it.
always working. So we'll set it up. I'll have him come out during your mat so we could fucking seal the whole thing and it will make something out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Turn it into content.
Well, now you just involved fucking Rampage himself, because that's his boy.
No, he can handle it.
Yeah, I can handle myself. Yeah, I can handle myself.
Rampage gonna come whoop your ass.
You don't need his dad. He handle his own shit.
Yeah, I got my own shit.
After setting up the interruption for Raja on Stu's match, AJ comes over and lets him know the game plan and tries to explain what went on with Stu.
Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off. But they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now.
I was in the swing.
No. What he thought was he was a pro.
I understand.
Yeah. Another thing is, even when we are working like that, you don't fucking, you know
That's
what I mean?
what I'm saying.
But he doesn't know him like that.
He don't. He's a fucking idiot. So when you run in on his shit, you fucking give him his receipt. Remember what a receipt is. Give him that fucking receipt, bro. Tag his shit. But we gotta fuck.
For folks that don't know, a receipt is a pro wrestling term as get back. Okay. It is if someone is hitting too hard or does something in a wrong way, right? Like you get them back, right? And it's how you kind of ground them back, get more respect, right? One of the famous ones was Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar, right? Braun Strowman was going too much, and then Brock Lesnar famously gave him a right hook, rocked him. We can't play it right now, but trust me, one of the quintessential definitions of a receipt. Nevertheless, let's keep going.
I'm with it. I'll run out there. Tag his shit, bro.
Tag him.
After being given the go-ahead to give this guy his receipt, Roger's on go mode for the rest of the night.
I'll get it there. Hey, as long as I get my lick back, I'm straight. I'm straight.
Now, at this point, he's accepted the apology. He says that he's straight. He's going to get in the ring. He's going to get his lick back. He's not even really that mad at it. But watch what happens later, and this is so important.
This is kind of the turning point in the night as Raja gets time to chill out and kind of think about everything.
That's his trainer right here.
Gets rage baited by all the comments in the stream.
This nigga got knocked out. I didn't even get knocked out. Why didn't you fuck that guy up? Cause nigga, if I would have done something, then they would have kicked me out of this shit. Then there would be no more stream today. That shit pissed me off, bro. It didn't even hurt. It just pissed me off.
He's getting baited. He's reading the comments.
I know this is crazy.
All right, everybody.
This is like my third or fourth string.
Now, at this point of the night, Raj's dad, Rampage, got informed on what's been going on with his son on his kick stream.
And this is
through the comments.
Keep watching.
I'm watching the stream. I'm watching my son's stream. Where the fuck? Oh, he at the pro wrestling thing.
I'm good, King Cat. I'm good. I'm straight. It's good.
Now this is his pops, who he looks up to. Trying to get respect from, but not be in the image of. Trying to forge and create his own path.
Let me call my son. Yeah, he at the pro wrestling event.
Now, whether or not they're just doing it for content or what have you, pay attention to this interaction.
Men in tights and shit.
Men in tights.
I looked at his stream.
Sorry.
No, it's too loud.
Apologize, right?
Hey,
yo.
Because when I mentioned
did you get jumped by a bunch of dudes in tights, nigga?
You said what?
Did you get jumped by a bunch of dudes in tights?
No.
Why didn't you tell me?
No.
You got a problem. Do I need to send my goons over there?
No.
This is crazy. I thought we were a family.
One word answer.
Did your coach take care of everything?
I apologize. So let me put y'all
I'm
in the right
straight.
direction.
You straight. I looked at your stream because my chat was going crazy, and then by the time I popped in your stream, you was hugging on a dude in some damn tights.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Man, you shut the fuck up. I looked at your stream, nigga. You were hugging on some dude in some booty shorts.
I wasn't fucking hugging on nobody.
I saw you, nigga. I saw you hugging on your coach.
You need to stop that shit.
No, I don't got no sexual fantasy, nigga. I got some eyeballs. I saw you
making shit up.
I ain't make nothing up. Okay, was you not around a bunch of dudes with some damn
Keeps going.
Pro wrestling show.
Oh, you're the pro wrestling show.
He wants to be mama right here. That's my
I thought you was a motherfucker at a baby oil show, nigga. Everybody was all glistening and shit.
Rick the whole thing. But
all right, long as you say.
You never know. Y'all keep playing with me and I'm going back too. So get over there.
All right. Wait.
Now y'all got my son mad at me.
What?
Are y'all happy now? He straight up dissed me.
Okay. So listen, this is at the point that whether or not you're a father right now, or if you are a potential father in the future, we got to be able to understand. We got to be able to unpack this, right? Because, again, there's no doubt in my mind whether or not Rampage loves his son, but he also treats his son like his friend, like his boy. And he's saying all of these things while public, while live. And to not think that it's not impacting his boy to a degree. Like, at what point are you going to take off, the friend cap and put on the father cap if you know something like that is happening? Now, again, I know that within their live streams, they constantly go back and forth, but the father's going to be able to set the tone. And this is already a son that is trying to get out of the image of the father and to have the father, slide across a bunch of gay jokes. Meanwhile, I know with me, he just cussed around his father. I had never cussed around my father. God rest his soul. I had never cussed around. My father would cuss in and around. He would never cuss at me, but he would cuss in and around my space. But I would never, out of respect of my father, never say that back. Okay? So with Raja, you already are in the realm of friendship with your father who's egging you on. And now he's looking down in the comment section of the videos, letting the internet rage bait him or dictate his emotions, dictate his pride, dictate his egos, and then ultimately his actions. What Raja demonstrates is weakness disguised as strength, mixed in with a little bit of post-concussion syndrome, stirred up in a nice little pot, and you have felonious assault.
For the rest of the night, Raja gets successfully rage baited by every single person in his comments, letting him know that he's a fake crash out, a pussy, a pushover, and just gets disrespected everywhere that he goes.
I'm a fake crash out. All right, bet. You about to see how fake of a crash out I am. Now I get a chance to get in the ring and do some shit to him. How many subs to knock him out? That's a good question. I don't know.
How many subs to knock him out?
In the
exactly. Watch. My dad can't never call me a bitch. Straight up. Tell me to fake him. They say I can hit him for real. Exactly. People think this shit's sweet. People think this shit's a fucking game. Straight up, bro. I'm just really, like I said, guys, I'm really fucking humble at the end of the day. This nigga ain't no fighter, but I'm gonna really have to show him, like, nigga, you can't just hit a fucking can on my goddamn face. W, if you wanna see me, you wanna see if I can pick him up. W. It was not a fake can, bro. It was not a fake can. I'm telling you that shit right now. It didn't hurt, but it wasn't a fake can. That was a real ass can. Bet.
After getting cooked by the comments, Raja gets impatient and stands up and asks one of the workers when the guy's coming out so he can interrupt and slam the dude.
I don't know when I'm getting in the ring. I can ask. I'm gonna go ask. Let's go ask. Y'all gonna let me know when I'm getting in the ring? Okay.
Right during the next match, I'm gonna sit right behind you. I'm gonna give you a tap to let you know.
All right, bet.
That was the only thing Raja needed to know. Now he knew that he was gonna fuck that dude up once he got that signal, and then that signal finally came. Raja then starts to pull everything out of his pocket one by one and hand it over to his trainer. And I think at this point, there was no getting Raja back. He was dead set on what he was going to go in there and do. While Raja gets ready to interrupt the match, the cameraman's getting different angles and even getting a little bit excited for the fight himself.
Oh, let's do this.
I can't really read what they're saying.
Look at him shaking.
But I know that the guy behind him is the one that gave him the signal to go ahead and interrupt the match.
He's got evil in his eyes.
I'm so sorry.
No, stop it!
That's
You!
Now, obviously, I can't show this, okay, due to YouTube guidelines. He slams him on his back. It looks like he goes out. And if he was half out or whatever, but then what followed up was 20 unanswered blows, hooks from an MMA fighter, a pro MMA fighter. It was simply brutal. That's it. But what's crazy is, and this is why I find this story so fascinating, is that oftentimes you'll see dudes crashing out in a violent manner, but we don't get to see the backstory. We don't get to see the interactions with friends around them. We don't get to see the interactions with their father. But we get to see all of that here. And I don't know. I mean, I haven't talked to the young man, but I think that he blacked out. I think he went in there, knew that he was going to maybe slam him somehow, but didn't know what he was going to do after. But if he's to say that he just blacked out, I would believe him. But also, it's like, what's in that blacked out? Unbridled rage. Not only because of the rage bait, the successful rage bait, which is so crazy to me, because some people find it entertaining to rage bait others, right? That parasocial relationship with the figure online, they find that's their entertainment. To call you a B, to call you a pussy, to call you all of these different things. Meanwhile, the air in his emotional ways is that he translated that rage bait into an act in reality. And now he's going to have to face some of the dire consequences. But then also, what's that unbridled rage? The relationship between him and his father. The most delicate relationship that he has within that life. And you could just tell from the way that they interact with each other in the clip that I showed previous. It's complicated. 25-year-old man trying to find himself. And he can't escape the image while also benefiting from the same image of his father. He's trying to be his own. And his father is hurling gay jokes at him. Again, I think Rampage loves his son. And Rampage is a tough son of a bitch. And he grew up a certain type of way, but it's a way that forged thick skin. But his son hasn't had to grow up with those type of experiences. So he's not as tough. And he allowed the internet and his father to get to him. The mix created a dangerous mix, whether it be the validation from strangers or the lack of validation from his father, but it outweighed logical thought, rational thought, responding to a situation and being disciplined within it. And then we saw this brutality unfold. Anyway, let's skip ahead. Sorry for the squeal. That's the content. That's not me.
Raja makes it outside of the venue, and as you can see kind of behind him, I want you to pay attention to this dude in the blue. He follows him, he makes some threats to him. He's basically trying to get him to come back. I think what he was trying to do is distract him long enough for the police to come, because I know that they had called the police immediately after that he attacked him. So I'm guessing he was going to try and fight him or stall him long enough to keep him there, or I don't know. The point of it is he was trying to rage bait Raja into fighting somebody else.
Tired of motherfuckers playing with me, bro. Real shit. One of them some fucking bit me. I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
Come on, man. We're leaving, man. We're walking away, bro. Let's not take it serious. Let's go. Come on, Roger. Let's go. Let's go, Roger. Let's go. Roger, let's go.
He said, come on here and get a viral moment.
Roger, I'm telling you, let's go. You listen to me. Listen to me, Roger. You need to listen to me right now, Roger. Let's go.
I don't give a fuck. You guys trying to jump me and shit?
Let's go.
You ain't gonna do shit to me, bro.
Let's go,
You can't do shit to me. You can't fuck with me, bro.
Let's go.
You can't fuck with me.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, you topple.
So, again, his father was live, actually with Sneeko at the time. I'm going to block out the bottom right half of this because they're actually playing the content down there. You guys can go up on Twitter. It's all over Twitter of the full beatdown, but let's watch their reaction.
Roger might go to jail. He might get banned off kick too.
Who gives a shit about kick? The jail part is the biggest concern.
That was bad.
It was real bad.
I hope it was staged. I hope it's staged because sometimes people do hardcore. Some people do hardcore pro wrestling. Chat. What's that?
Hello? Now, he receives a call from his boy, Andre. Now, before we get into that, I wanted to get into Rampage. He went on to Twitter and he wrote a message. Let's dissect that real quick. I want to clear up the misinformation about my son. I've been confirmed that the wrestler, Psycho Stu, is awake and stable. Raja was unexpectedly hit in the side of his head by him moments before the match. What's interesting is that it wasn't moments, it was hours, which actually points towards more premeditation. Now, if the defense, should this go to trial, want to offer in concussion and also offer in crime of passion, I mean, they can offer that in as an argument, but this more so leans, hours before, it leans more towards premeditation. Raja was told that he could get his payback in the ring. I thought it was a part of the show. It was bad judgment and a work that went wrong. Raja is an MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler, and had no business being involved in an event like this. I don't condone my son's actions at all, caps locks. He suffered a concussion from sparring only days ago and had no business doing anything remotely close to physical contact. As a father, I'm deeply concerned with his health and for the well-being of Mr. Smith. That being said, I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern now is that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery, and I apologize on his behalf and the kick for the situation.
I'm gonna really have to show him, like, you can't just hit a fucking can on my goddamn face. I'm really going to hit him, I'm telling you. I'm dead serious, this shit's not gonna be scripted, I'm telling you. I know all wrestling is script. I'm talking about what I'm gonna do to the guy.
Again, this would be more in a case against him for the premeditation. Anyway, let's get back into some more of his thoughts after all of this happened.
I told you to double leg that motherfucker and start welding him. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's fucking in the ring, fucking flatline, bro.
My bad.
You didn't have to do all that shit.
My bad is crazy.
I understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to fucking take advantage.
I'll call you back later.
So he still knows that he's being recorded and it's on his YouTube channel right now. So again, he doesn't want to, at least at this junction, seek accountability because he's still in front of people, right? To a degree, he's still performing. Let's go.
Let's go.
He's pissed.
As you can tell by the heavy breathing and the pacing around, Raja did not want to hear that that guy is not awake and flatlined, probably thinking that he killed him and facing a lot more jail time than what he's already facing, attacking him.
Now, one of the latest updates on all of this is he has not yet been arrested, but the police are saying that they are investigating. whatever that means right now. I also think that due to public outcry, because the internet's tearing him up right now, I think that there's going to be heavy charges levied against. Nevertheless, the Pro Wrestling Academy came out with a statement, okay? First and foremost, our thoughts and prayers are with our brother, Mr. Stuart Smith, Psycho Stu, as he remains a priority and we are monitoring his well-being. What was supposed to be planned and agreed upon wrestling spot turned into a selfish, irresponsible act of violence against Mr. Smith. This egregious act is reprehensible and never should have occurred. In the 17 years of operation of the Wrestling Academy, there has never been anything as heinous take place such as this, and we apologize to our patrons and our fans. Yeah. Cooked. Absolutely cooked. But what we see here is the marriage of a bunch of different factors, both internal to Raja and external to his live chat, the odd parasocial relationship that you may have with your chat, and the relationship with his father, right? The image of his father, the likeness of his father, culminating into this purely unbridled psychopathic rage that was dwelling deep inside of him, all right? And also within this, we talk about this so often, the benefits of thinking logically, rationally, responding to situations as opposed to just reacting. What we saw here was in the heat of the moment, in the spirit of the moment. We see far too often the destruction of men, 25-year-old men such as Raja to, 65-year-old CEOs of companies. If it's not for the discipline within your hands, right, and touching people, right, or if it's the discipline of your eggplant, those are the two biggest ones that we see men get completely destroyed over, okay? They are not responding well to these situations. They are reacting in the spirit, in the heat of the moment. With what Raja is, which is in the public sphere, so much more of your pride, your ego is going to be caught up into the particular moment. And I know for damn sure it doesn't help when you have sort of this content friendship relationship with your father, right? Who is ultimately who you were trying to be, but just in your own little way. Truly unfortunate situation, one of which he's going to have to feel the full brunt of not only the internet, but also his career, but also the full extent of the law. I think that even if Psycho Stu comes up out of, the hospital and he's just like, listen, it was a receipt, it was a mistake, I understand, I forgive the kid, I still think that there's going to be charges levied against him. And it's one of those situations that we see this in DV situations, dependent upon the state. You don't need to have the actual person who's getting abused or had gotten assaulted to file charges. If something was captured on camera, they got evidence of it, the cops can just charge you, right? So right now the LAPD is investigating, but I think in the next couple of days, they're going to levy charges. But keep subscribed to the channel, keep locked. I'm gonna go over it as it comes through because of the myriad of different factors surrounding this. I think it's a situation, again, is what I typically talk about on the channel, is how it is that we can learn from these situations to do better. Whether or not you are the son dealing with this type of rage or kind of this misplaced anger, depending upon the situation that you grew up in, or if you're the potential father, right? Or even if you're the internet visitor. Shit, because I understand how he can get mad at some of these things or these comments that are levied across him. And I've talked about certain types of comments from people that have pissed me off. But at the same time, I will never let what happens digitally translate into the real sphere or reality. But that was his biggest mistake, is that he allowed that to occur, where he's going to face the consequences. Nobody in his chat will face the consequences for talking shit. All right, guys, leave me your questions, comments, concerns, and analysis down in the comment box down below. Let's talk about this one. If we get enough comments, I'll go live about this so we can have a full conversation in regards to everything that we're seeing here. All right? Until next time, YouTube. Peace.